Well. So just before I get ready to come on and I'm putting together today's show, something flashes across my timeline where I see that Micah Parsons is trying to all of a sudden recruit George Pickens. This stuff has me livid right now. And last night in the Pro Bowl, I thought it was a good game for the most part. And we, of course, get to see Micah Parsons out there doing all the silly Micah Parsons stuff. But all along, he's saying that, we find out he's trying to undermine the Dallas Cowboys once again. Man, I got a lot to talk about when it comes to this. But all I'm going to say is this. This is another reason why Jerry Jones needs to sign George Pickens ASAP. Let's talk Cowboys. We about to talk facts. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. We them boys. Man, I am telling y'all, Micah Parsons, boy, I got a lot to say about this today. I got a lot to say. Let's go. Let's get it. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, please, as you come into this live stream, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And we are live. And if you haven't become a subscriber yet or a member yet, what are you waiting on? We still got a lot of great content coming up this season. Now let's talk facts. So, this is going to be today's show. Man, let me tell you something. I think the fix is in. I think the NFL is building up this drama with George Pickens and the Dallas Cowboys because they are thinking that this is going to be another same old Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys, long drawn out contract. Just think about what they're doing. Man, I'm just going to tell you all the things they're doing when we get into this thing about George Pickens. But man, everybody is in on this drama. Jerry and Steven have got to kill this drama ASAP. We don't need this on this team this year. We don't need this dragging all the way through training camp. We don't need this. The NFL is in on this drama. Michael Parsons and others are in on this drama. Jerry can't be in on this drama. This is what we're going to talk about. Parsons tampering. George Pickens and the money sign. I'm going to show you the play in just a moment. The George Pickens interview, Pro Bowl interview. We're going to look at the issue about Michael Parsons and this whole issue about his podcast. See, Michael Parsons over there in Green Bay, that media don't hit the same. So obviously he's got his podcast started back up, but of course no one cares. And isn't it strange what he's trying to do? He immediately gets some Dallas Cowboys to come on that doggone podcast because it's nothing without him being in Dallas. Then, I got a treat for us today. Michael Irvin had lunch with one of our coaches. I haven't seen this anywhere but, of course, Michael Irvin's page, and we're going to talk about it. And then if we have time today, we're going to talk about the Cowboys' new defense and their new hire out of Georgia, which may be a sign of things to come, that the Cowboys may be changing that defense up coming up next year. So there it is. Parsons tampering, Pickens money sign, Pickens interview, Parsons podcast, Irvin, excuse me, lunch, Cowboys new defense. Let's go. Yeah. Roll call. Let's go. Thomas Goldring Jr. What's going on? What's going on? Give that man his money. I'm with you. Queen said, what's going on, Queen? She said, G, GP be the truth. Jerry Stephen, please do the right thing. The writing is on the wall now. Let's get GP signed already. Hey, Queen, I'm with you. Tatiana, yep, he's trying to recruit Pickens to Green Bay. And I'm going to tell you why this is a problem. Freddie Morales, he said, don't worry, Pickens gets re-signed. Only way he don't is if Mulugeta tries to get cute again like he did with Micah. And I don't think it's going to happen. Dolores, what's going on? Good to see you. Dolores said Micah's a hot mess. He's so toxic and extra at the Pro Bowl. I thought so too. I thought he was so extra. And I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking. I love Micah Parsons, but I'm glad he's not on the Cowboys anymore. Lord Nova, what's going on? Jakira said, did you see what Micah said about recruiting GP? I didn't see what he said. Davion Wallace, what up? Micah Parsons nonsense. Lynn from the 903. He looked good in the Pro Bowl. And I'll tell you this, it's funny to me. They gave him the doggone Pro Bowl MVP. But if you ask me, it was Dak Prescott. I thought Dak Prescott was the MVP. He's the one that brought him back. But I think this is a part of the plan. They building up that suspense and that drama. Franchise Kippy! Franchise and Kippy, what's up, Kippy? Poopy D, what it do? Bobby, what up, Bobby? Bobby, let me tell you, we're going to talk about it of why this is a problem. Dunaway, Gold Ring, what up? What's going on, Marlon Dillard? All right, Azteca, Captain Cheney, what up? Ice Wall Cowboy, what up? 72 Chevelle, Jason Lewis, Carlito Cash, Jarrell Mays, Terry Tatum, what up? Good to see y'all today. More Eddie, what up? Star Guardian. I'm gonna come back to that super chat in just a moment. All right, Pure Gaming, what up with you? All right, the best chat on YouTube. Let's get into our conversation for today. I am him. What up, him? Azteca, what up? I got a problem with Micah Parsons. I know I got a problem with Micah Parsons from this perspective. We know full well, and we cannot pretend like this is nothing. All right, cutting off them beeps. We cannot say this is nothing. And the reason why we can't say this is nothing is because they share the same agent. And that's why this is a problem for me. Micah Parsons should not be trying to recruit players, especially when y'all have the same agent. It's a conflict of interest in a sense. Because, man, I'm going to tell you something. Micah Parsons, he turned back into the Micah Parsons that we were watching in Dallas. It was like he wanted the spotlight again. He's out there riding around on a scooter, try to get into the game at the end. Again, Tatiana tried to recruit Aubrey. Yep. And you know what, Captain Cheney, you make a great point. He was asked by Clarence Hill, had he talked to Jerry Jones? He said no, but he also said that Jerry had emailed his agent. And it makes me wonder, Captain Cheney, has he been looking at Jerry Jones' emails? Then he's calling Brandon Aubrey his kicker. And everybody's like wondering, like, what's going on with this dude? He's trying to recruit players. And this is fun and games. You can say it's fun and games, But my problem is, and where the NFL, everybody, and see, this is why I had a problem with Michael Parsons. Even in Michael Parsons, as he was talking about Jerry Jones, Michael Parsons said he wished none of this would have happened. He said he wished Jerry Jones wouldn't have called him in his office. This is the problem I have with Michael Parsons. He never takes responsibility for his foolishness. So y'all help me out. So Jerry Jones called Michael Parsons to his office. Did he hypnotize him? Did he send goons to Michael Parsons' apartment? Did he send goons to Michael Parsons' location? Put a potato sack over his head, put him in the back of an unmarked vehicle, and bring him to an unmarked location? Michael Parsons, if you listen to him, he was talking as if Jerry Jones made him do everything. Like Jerry made him answer the phone. Jerry made him come into his office. Jerry made him talk about his contract. Jerry made him do everything. Micah, come on, bro. When do you take responsibility? It take two to tango. It take two to talk. It take two to have a meeting. Michael Parsons blamed Jerry for everything and exonerated himself. And so here he is again. And while this sounds like fun and games, what I'm telling y'all is this isn't fun and games, because the people who he's talking to, they are a part of the same agency. And everybody says, oh, the NFL needs to step in on Jerry Jones. I told y'all they wasn't stepping in on Jerry Jones. And the reason why they were not stepping in on Jerry Jones is that the NFL ain't listening to nobody talk crazy, because Michael can tell us all day long he wished that Jerry hadn't did what he did. It's funny to me, he never said, I wish I wouldn't have done what I done. It's funny to me he never said that part. But this is another instance. It's one thing when you don't have the same agents. But when you have the same agent, you're a part of the same agency. This is a conflict of interest. This is a conflict of interest. And the NFL, everybody's talking about, was crying about what they should do to Jerry Jones. Well, what should you do to players who are doing stuff like this? No player should be allowed to do this, especially when you have the same agents, especially when you have this issue that just transpired between the Cowboys and Michael Parsons. The league, if you're going to say something, this is the type of stuff you need to say something about. Imagine if head coaches were just just imagine if head coaches were doing this. Trying to recruit, hey, come over here with us. Man, this is crazy. But let me tell you something. The theme of this show, it's a great point that goes towards the theme of this show. This is the reason why they don't need to be playing around with this. The Dallas Cowboys do not need to play around with George Pickens' contract. Period. The football gods are telling them, do not play around with this. If I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I care nothing about no franchise tag with no franchise tag with George Pickens. I'm getting the deal done. I'm getting the deal done. I'm getting the deal done if I'm the Cowboys. Freddie Morales, you make a great point. Freddie said, man, come on. If anybody invites me to a location for a one-on-one meeting and I don't want to show up unless that person kidnaps me, I ain't showing up. Exactly. Man, it was funny to me listening to Michael Parsons. And I'm like, nobody gonna say nothing about this but me? This man shoveled all the blame on Jerry, as if Jerry was making him. Yeah, man, I wish Jerry had never called me to his office. It was in your contract you had to show up? But Micah, let me tell you, he played his hand also in that interview. The way he played his hand in that interview is when Clarence Hill asked him, how did he feel about Jerry hadn't talked to him since this, that, and the other. And he could say anything he want to. Michael was hurt. Did anybody see the pain in that man's face? Man, this man was hurting, man. This man was hurt that Jerry ain't talked to him since what he did. You can see it in his face, man. This man was hurt. But Michael violated. I tell my sons, I tell people all the time, don't boo-boo where you eat. Don't mix your business with friendship. Business is business and friends is friends. Money talks, Bullcorn runs a marathon, bro. The one thing you don't play with people with is their money. Man, you don't play with people when they come to money. Sure, I'm telling you now. You think you want to get money? Well, he got money. And folks with money don't want to lose money. Man, I'm telling us. Michael was doing some crazy, was talking about some crazy stuff in that interview. Let me read Star Guardian next super chat. He said, I'm so nervous hoping that the Joneses don't mess this up with GP. Packers going in hard for Pickens might be a problem for Dallas. No, it's not let me tell you something. It's not the Packers, because the Packers can't do anything. I was reading up on this franchise tag, and it's ironclad as far as the Cowboys go. There's nothing that George Pickens can do as far as that franchise tag goes. The Cowboys have the rights to George Pickens. But the problem is, because we saw how Michael Parsons came up with a phantom back injury. And George Pickens could so easily say he hurt his back or something. Get that guaranteed money for that season, and then he's gone. Then he's gone. Cowboys can't play around with this. They cannot play around with this. They got to pay this man. They got to pay this man. Let me show you something I saw last night. This had me, I didn't see it last night. I saw it this morning. Let me show you something. Let me show you something that George Pickens did that's funny. Watch this. Are y'all ready to be amused? Check this out. George Pickens, and I don't blame him. He's the most popular thing going right now. George Pickens is the #1 free agent. If he hit the free agent market, he would be the top free agent hitting the market this year. I want to show you something that he did last night, and I didn't pay attention to this until I saw it today. I want y'all to check this out. Check out what he did when he scored that touchdown. Check this out.
Bowl game tonight. We're joined now by George Pickens, the offensive MVP for that NFC winning team.
Okay, hold on. I didn't know they had Drake music behind that. All right, let me mute it. All right, let's go back. We'll cut that little part out after the show. But check this out. Watch this. Now, George Pickens, of course, wins the MVP. This was the toe tap. That was nice. But watch this one that Dak Prescott throws to him in the back of the end zone. Look at this. Now, I didn't notice this last night because I was going in and out half asleep. Watch this. Watch GP. Look. Anybody see that? Let's go back. Anybody see this? I didn't notice this. GP is saying, pay me. Pay me. Anybody see this last night? I didn't notice it. GP giving the money sign. Shoot. Man, GP saying pay me, bro. Rico Jones, what up? Appreciate you. Hey, man. GP saying pay him. He's saying pay him. Bottom line. And everything we're watching, this better be lighting a fire up under the Joneses. It better be lighting a fire up under them. Let me tell y'all something about this thing with George Pickens. Let me tell y'all about this thing with George Pickens. Niecy, what's going on? Hey, let me tell y'all what's going on with George Pickens. Everybody's complicit. Everybody is complicit. And what do I mean by everybody is complicit? The NFL world is waiting to see if Jerry messes this up. And not only are they waiting, they are throwing fuel on the fire. Hey, let me just tell you what's happened to George Pickens this season. So, y'all remember, CeeDee Lamb goes down. George Pickens becomes an absolute monster and goes on about a 6, 7, 8 game tear, just tearing up the league. Then, George Pickens. Anybody remember Thanksgiving? George Pickens, player of the day on Thanksgiving. One of the players of the day on Thanksgiving. George Pickens had a little bit of a 2-game lull. People were talking about George Pickens. George Pickens comes right back alive after a couple of games and does his thing. What happens at the end of the season? George Pickens, second team All-Pro. Second team All-Pro, goes to the Pro Bowl, then gets in the Pro Bowl. And what do they do for him in the Pro Bowl? They give him the Pro Bowl MVP. And I was confused. I'll be honest with you. I was actually confused. I was shocked when I was like, they gave George Pickens the MVP of the Pro Bowl? Did anybody happen to see Wayne Dakota Prescott Pro Bowl stats for 2026? Does anybody not realize that Dak Prescott was the reason why they came back in the Pro Bowl? Dak Prescott, if I'm not mistaken, he only threw, I think he only threw for what, 4 touchdowns? Dude, I'm like, how did George Pickens get the MVP? I'm just telling you. I'm not telling you he didn't do a great job, because he did. I mean, he did George Pickens stuff. But Dak Prescott did Dak Prescott stuff. Look at this. Dak Prescott tosses 4 touchdowns as NFC wins 4th straight Pro Bowl games. Who brought them back? Wayne Dakota Prescott. How do you throw 4 touchdowns? You throw 4 touchdowns. And GP gets the MVP. Okay. That's all I'm telling you is okay. I'm telling you the league is complicit. The league is complicit. And I don't mean they're complicit as in a conspiracy per se, but this league loves stories. There is no bigger story than will Stephen and Jerry Jones, will they sign George Pickens to a long-term deal, or will they just sign him to the franchise tag? And I'm telling you now, it's going to be a disappointment. Starstruck, this is the perfect point. Why tag him for 28? Because that whole amount hits the cap. When you can sign him for 33, 34, makes no sense. And is Michael Parsons tampering? And you know, people are looking at it as a game. But I don't look at it as a game. Why? Because they have the same agent. Because they have the same agent. I don't look at this as a game. This isn't a game to me. I don't even think it's cool. This isn't a game to me. Now, there is something that was said, and I want you to see this part. I don't know if y'all saw this. Excuse me. I did a video about Dak Prescott. And I want you to catch something that was said right here about George Pickens. Swagoo started talking about George Pickens. Let me see if I can get this part in here. It was the best part of the interview to me. Let me see. My wife said something today because she was hot about this when I told her about it. And my wife made a very good point. And I think this is, and I'm not really worried about George Pickens going to Green Bay because I don't think George wants to go to Green Bay. I don't think George want to go to Green Bay. George has been up there in that area. You don't want to go back to that cold area. George, I believe, wants to stay in Dallas. George wants to stay on the biggest stage. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, had GP went anywhere else, he wouldn't be getting this attention. GP wouldn't be getting this attention unless he was on one of these, unless he was on the Seattle Seahawks. I don't even think he gets this kind of attention with Drake May. He's getting this attention because he's in Dallas. The market is better. The cost of living is better. So many things for GP. Just look at all the accolades I named earlier. Everything that GP is getting in Dallas. But let me tell you something, that no matter what David Mulugeta or Micah Parsons would be able to offer George Pickens, let me show you what they can offer. I want you to listen to what Dak Prescott, I want you to listen to what Swagoo said that George Pickens said about Dak Prescott. Check this out.
Guys, Terps on my team. I saw him rushing last year, so I think I'll be okay.
There we go. Man, it's been an amazing journey. You know, I'm close. I'm down the road. Keep tabs. But I think about this year in particular, and RC already alluded to that adversity, but I want to talk about bringing George Pickens in. I talked to George Pickens when we were there for Monday night, and he said Dak is one of the best things ever happened to me.
That part right there. Michael can tell me anything he wants to. I'm sure by now he realizes that Jordan Love ain't Dak Prescott. Jordan Love is not Dak Prescott. Jordan Love has actually been a part of the problem of why they can't win. This man got paid for half of a good season, and here he is again. He had an up and down season this year again. What the Green Bay Packers cannot offer George Pickens, they may be able to offer him money, but they can't give him Dak Prescott. They cannot give him Dak Prescott. They can't. I'm going to tell you, this almost brought a tear to my eye. Because George Pickens, when a man says this about another older man, he is saying that this man has mentored him, encouraged him, been an ear, a shoulder for him, let me tell you something. Hey, don't give all of this credit to George Pickens. How many receivers has Dak Prescott gotten paid? Let me tell you something. Dak Prescott will get you paid if you got some skill. You don't even have to be an elite receiver. Dak Prescott will get you paid because if you will catch the ball, Dak Prescott will throw you the ball. Dak Prescott will get you the ball. Bottom line, he'll get you the ball. This is what Green Bay cannot offer George Pickens. Micah isn't mature enough. Micah Parsons is not mature enough. to be a mentor for George Pickens. He's not mature enough. That's why he's in Green Bay. Laying on the tables and eating nachos. That's not maturity. Money don't bring maturity. I don't care how much money they paid you. Money don't bring maturity. Jordan Love is not mature enough. He is not mature enough to help George Pickens in the ways that George Pickens is referring to how Dak Prescott has helped him. He's not that guy. There is no better stop in the NFL. This was the best stop in the NFL for George Pickens. And this is what nobody can offer George Pickens. It's Dak Prescott. They can't. They cannot offer him Dak Prescott. Let's listen to this again, and I'm going to let you hear everything Swagoo says in case you hadn't watched my video or seen this. Man, this is incredible. Man, don't ever take this for granted. When somebody says that about you, that's impact. You can't buy that. You can't buy the best thing that ever happened to me. You can't buy that. That don't come with money. That comes with character. This is what Michael Parsons cannot offer. This is what Jordan Love. This is what David Mulugeta. This is what Green Bay. They cannot offer this. They cannot offer Dak Prescott.
It's been an amazing journey. You know I'm close. I'm down the road. Keep tabs. But I think about this year in particular, and RC already alluded to the adversity, but I want to talk about bringing George Pickens in. I talked to George Pickens when we were there for Monday night, and he said Dak is one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Tell me about the pride that you take in that. A new guy coming in, people have these ideas about who he is as a person, and for you to be able to instill that, and then for him to comment on that to us in private, how does that make you feel as a quarterback and as a person?
Yeah.
How powerful is that? It's one thing when people say something about you where everyone can see and hear. But what he said in private, that's powerful. That's impact. He told him in private. That's impact. And it's strange because Swagoo is the only one bringing this up, but it's powerful. They cannot offer GP this.
Makes me feel good knowing that you're able to be there to help somebody coming in a tough spot in their career. As you said, a bunch of narratives about them that they don't necessarily believe is true. And so as he came into Dallas, we gave him a clean slate. We're going to get to know George for who George is. And just the way that he's shown up, he's been a professional. His talent has made that chemistry for us, right? Speed and expedite to give him all the credit. But at the end of the day, he's a guy that loves football and loves his teammates. And I can get along with anybody like that. And so we're blessed to have George, and he's a hell of a teammate.
You know what?
I love how Dak Prescott talks. Dak Prescott goes right back and gives all the credit to George Pickens. It's incredible. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Star Guardian X, he said, again, he said, I'm so nervous hoping that the Joneses don't mess this up. I read this early. He said, Packers going in hard for Pickens might be a problem for Dallas. Now, here's the issue again. They really can't go in hard for Pickens. Nobody can actually go in hard for Pickens because the Cowboys got him sold up with a franchise tag. There's nothing they can really do. The only thing he could do is, and he can't even really hold out. From what my understanding is, he cannot refuse to sign. I mean, he can refuse to sign, but that don't give him the right just to go somewhere else. Ice Wild Cowboy, he said, Michael now realizes that his agent pimped him right to Green Bay for a bigger commission check. GP not falling for that. Exactly. I agree, Ice Wild Cowboy. Appreciate that super chat. Star Guardian said every day that goes by, GP gets more expensive for Jerry. But you know what? Star Guardian, I don't think it gets more expensive. I don't know. Maybe you could be right. I mean, we got Jamar Chase out there dropping passes last night. Come on, Jamar Chase. Out there dropping passes last night, making GP look like he is the best wide receiver in the league. Star Guardian, he said, I know you will cover this, but I'm getting the same feelings that I got about the offensive coach hiring last year about this defensive coach hiring. No doubt about it. I said it last year, Rome wasn't built in a day. Steven said he wanted to have the the best roster in football. You can't build the best roster in football in one season. That takes about 2 to 3 seasons. And I do believe the Cowboys, let me tell y'all something, what they are doing with Christian Parker is incredible. And I'm giving Jerry and Steven all the credit in the world for them trusting Brian Schottenheimer. Brian Schottenheimer, pay attention, he's also trusting Christian Parker. The Cowboys are trusting Christian Parker. They're letting him, they are letting him get his own staff from top to bottom. I don't even think they let Matt Eberflus do that. He is getting his own staff from top to bottom, and that is impressive. That is impressive. And I give the Cowboys so much credit for doing that. Roy Woodard, what's going on? So, again, George Pickens is already saying, kind of what Dak Prescott means to him. And I just don't think you can buy this. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people don't realize something, man. Ty Smith said something incredible about Michael Parsons. I don't think anybody caught on to. He said Michael got what he wanted. He wanted to be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. He got what he wanted. So now let's see if he lives up to it. Your best ability is availability. So he's already going to be hurt for 1 year. So now he has one less year to prove he's worth that money. He has one less year to prove it. And think about what Ty Smith did. Ty Smith could have easily broke the bank on the Cowboys. Didn't do it. Because unlike Michael Parsons, he didn't run his mouth saying, yeah, I want to be a Cowboy for life. He just proved it. He wanted to stay in Dallas and he signed a deal. It's a great deal. But he could have broke the bank on the Cowboys. Absolutely could have broke the bank. All right, let's go back up here for a moment and listen to CeeDee Lamb talk about this issue about people trying to recruit George Pickens. Check this out.
Source. You going right to George? Right to Jerry?
I'm going right to the source. I don't need no middleman. I don't need no help. And we don't have to keep it cute. I'm going to tell you what I want.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. And you hear what I got to say. And then we go win.
And it's you and Dak doing that. Dak said he's going to get involved too.
We want to win.
How come you guys want him so bad?
We want to win. He's a great player. He's a phenomenal player, great person. He's like my brother off the field. He's like my brother on the field. And I feel like those type of relationships, it don't hit off like that every single time, especially in the league. A lot of people have families. A lot of people have kids, wives, and people to attend to at home, so they have their own little thing. As for us, we're obviously two young men in the league wanting to thrive.
Yeah. It's imperative, man. The Cowboys have got to take care of business on this. They just have to take care of business on this. Bottom line. It's one thing for everybody to want George Pickens. Notice what I said. They want George Pickens. But you have George Pickens. This isn't in anybody's court but the Cowboys. This isn't in anybody's court but the Cowboys. Nobody can touch George Pickens unless the Cowboys allow them to do it. And again, this is why they can't mess this up. They can, but they better not. They better not mess this up. But this is on a silver platter for it's on a silver platter for the Cowboys. And I've been saying this in the grand scheme of things. I'm not really worried. I just think it's a no-brainer. I think they're going to sign him. And let me tell you something about Jerry. He's a shrewd operator. I think he's going to sign George Pickens just out of spite. Not just out of need, but out of spite. I believe that Jerry going forward is going to prove that Micah was the problem, and he's going to get every single deal done from this point forward. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. I just don't think George Pickens getting signed is going to be the problem that everybody think it is. Ron Hanna said, yeah, I saw that, G. He wants to be paid, and I don't blame him. He's been producing since he got here in Dallas. No doubt about it. And he's going to get paid. I think the Cowboys will probably get him in around 33, 34 million. Now, I had said it before, I would make him the highest paid wide receiver, but they may not have to do that because I still think This is why Michael Parsons was a different argument. Michael Parsons was looked at as the best pass rusher in the league. He's not the best defensive end in the league. Let's make that clear. But some people look at him as the best edge rusher in the league, and maybe let's just say second best. Because I still say Myles Garrett is the best edge rusher in the league. And I don't know, Bosa might even be better than Parsons, but of course he's got an injury too. But those are the top three. And some people viewed it was just as thin as the skin of your chinny chin chin. But with George Pickens, while people are arguing about is he better than CeeDee Lamb, where a lot of people are not willing to go is he better than Jamar Chase? Is he better than Justin Jefferson? And I don't think a lot of people are ready to go there. I don't think people will argue that he's better than those two players, and hence he deserves to be paid better than those two players. So when you look at the top wide receivers, we've already shown this graph already. When you look at the top 5 paid wide receivers, he probably deserves to be right there at either somewhere around number 4 or 5. If CD's making 33, he probably needs to be making about 33 and a half, 34. If I'm the Cowboys, I'd even pay him 34. Pay him $34 million. Pay him $1 million more than CD. Just come back and give CD money on the back end. That's what I would do. Niecy said, I've been sick of Michael. He got Trayvon there and it didn't work. She said, leave Pickens alone. Yeah. Bobby, Michael is acting like Jerry sent over some goons and got him, man. He said, like Jerry sent them goons over. Man, Jerry ain't sent nobody over, man. Jerry ain't sent nobody over. True Texan, I liked the Pro Bowl last night. I'll be honest with you, I liked the Pro Bowl last night. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the NFL is too physical of a sport. And when you look at how injuries are mounting this year, these guys are getting injured in crazy ways. This was one of the reasons why last night, man, I didn't want Dak Prescott out there running out for passes, running through the middle. No, I didn't want Dak doing any of that. No, Dak, sit back there and throw the ball. If it ain't there, don't run if you don't have to. But the Pro Bowl, I think it's too, the NFL is too physical. What those guys did back then, these guys can't do that today. They can't do that today. It's too physical. It's just too physical. You just can't do it. It's too physical. And the other part is this. The players are making so much money now. They're making so much money. I'll be honest with you. If I'm the Dallas Cowboys, and let's just say last night, the Pro Bowl is like it used to be. I'm not letting George Pickens, who is on the cusp of signing a humongous deal. I'm not letting Pickens play in a Pro Bowl where they're going full contact. The NFL Pro Bowl, this is a different league. It's too much at stake. It's too much money at stake today. Those players back then, man, it was an incentive. They would go to Hawaii and do all those things, but it's just not the same. Man, you got players out here making $60 million. I don't want my $60 million quarterback out there in a full contact Pro Bowl game. I don't. I'll be honest with you, I don't. I enjoyed the Pro Bowl last night. I thought it was fun. I really did. Star Guardian, he said, draft question. If some reason Downs dropped to 9 or 10, would you trade up for him? Downs. That's Caleb Downs, right? Man, I'm going to tell you right now, I do think the Cowboys are going to have a couple of issues here. I think the Cowboys are going to have a couple of issues because it's not just Caleb Downs. It's not just Caleb Downs, Star Guardian next. Let me put that up on the screen real quick. Star Guardian is asking about Caleb Downs if he would have fallen to the Cowboys. I'm going to tell you right now, Start guarding next. The Cowboys got a couple of problems, if you ask me. I mean, if you look at the top 11 in the draft, other than this wide receiver spot, man, I'm telling you right now, if Jeremiah Love is available for the Cowboys, man, you got to scramble and do something. You can't let Jeremiah Love be on the board at 12 and not take him. At least that's me. He can't be on the board. Caleb Downs. He cannot be on the board. He can't be on the board at 12 no matter what I'm doing. I mean, these wide receivers, I don't care nothing about the wide receivers. But all these other players, other than, of course, Fernando Mendoza. I mean, he's going to, I believe, the Raiders. But even if he fell to 12, I mean, I wouldn't bite at him. But these other, Arvell Reese, Reuben Bain, even Spencer Fano and Francis Maui Goa. I mean, when you're talking about those types of players, if they were to be at 12, that's how we got CeeDee Lamb. That's how we got Micah Parsons. I mean, you get to a point for me, Star Guardian X. I know you may have your board, but you also have to keep in mind, but if one of these players is on the board that we didn't anticipate, like a Jeremiah Love, man, ain't no way Jeremiah Love gets past me at 12 from the Cowboys. There is no way Jeremiah Love will get past me. And Caleb Downs, same way. Same way. Caleb Downs is going to he's going to make you rethink everything that you're doing. Yeah, he's going to make you rethink everything that you're doing. So, but again, man, with George Pickens, you know, nobody can sign the Cowboys. I mean, nobody can sign George Pickens unless the Cowboys monk this up. And then also, again, speaking about the Pro Bowl last night, I like the Pro Bowl last night. It's just too much money involved now. I can't have a $35 million, like Patrick Surtain, for example. Man, I'm not letting Patrick Surtain be out there in a full contact Pro Bowl. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. It's a different league now. Ain't no way. Lisa said, facts, G. I think we would see the Pittsburgh Pickens. Yeah, we would see Pickens if he goes to Green Bay. I'm talking about the behavior change. Exactly. Yeah. We see the same Pickens we saw in Pittsburgh. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Kippy. Oh, say it again, Kippy. Kippy! Say it again. Michael needs mentoring. Kippy. I was asking this last year. Kippy. When you put all of your trust in your agent, I need to know where are the men in your life. Don't put your trust in an agent who you're actually the product. He worked for you. Why are you putting all your trust in him? You need someone to put your trust in outside of him. Fathers are important. Grandfathers, uncles, they're important. Ron Hanna's the ultimate compliment you can give a man, G. I agree. Man, when you say somebody has made an impact like that, shoot. Hey, Cool Coleman, all of this is a sign to Jerry. And I'm telling you, I believe Jerry is reading the bat signal. I believe Jerry is reading the bat signal. I just don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't. I think Jerry's going to sign him. I think Jerry is going to sign him. I do. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. I don't know if you saw this last night. I actually didn't see it last night. I saw it today. I was like kind of shocked. And as a matter of fact, I hadn't even seen it. But they actually interviewed George Pickens. Did y'all see this? George Pickens has to realize, man, you're just not gonna get this anywhere else. Excuse me. You're getting this because you're in Dallas. This is why you're getting this kind of treatment. Check this out.
Sports Center.
I mean, in the
absence of American ice football, we will settle for the Pro Bowl game.
What up, Brandy?
Tony Eves, we put in that official request.
I appreciate it. I'm just saying, let's give it some more thought. But what a time it is out there in the Bay Area as we get ready for Super Bowl 60. We did have the Pro Bowl game tonight. We're joined now by George Pickens, the offensive MVP for that NFC winning team. And George, first let me say this. Like, you guys were passing around the championship trophy like it was a newborn baby. Do you get your own trophy for being MVP, though?
That's one thing that I'm wondering. You know, this is my first time go around with this, but
right.
I definitely would like to take the trophy home for myself.
Right, because you had to pass it around. It was like, went to the defensive player, went to the offensive player. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the shenanigans of this. Like, who cares about the game? What's the best part of this whole event to just take part in for, like, you?
I definitely say my teammates. You know, when you first come to the Pro Bowl, you're not really expecting for most of your teammates from your actual team to be here. So for me, that's what it is personally. And then, of course, the other guys you get to meet.
You know, as a member of the media, it's obviously different from athletes, but like when I go to like the Super Bowl or like the NBA All-Star game, George, it sort of feels like a family reunion, right? Because you're seeing guys that you maybe grew up with or went to college with, and everyone kind of comes there together. How does that feel for you now that you've been in the league here for a few years?
Oh, I feel great, honestly. It's kind of like what you said when you see the camaraderie, and a lot of guys come from so many different places around the world, colleges, JUCO, D1, D2, D3, and just coming together at events like this, like the Pro Bowl, linking up at the Super Bowl. So I feel like it's always a great thing to do, you know, to tap in with fellow teammates.
So when you get there and you see, you know, Micah Parsons rolling around on a scooter, your reaction to that was what?
Nah, I was like, wow. We was going to use Michael for the tush push.
We saw that.
But he was in a scooter. It would have been a tush roll.
That ref was not playing around. She was like, no shenanigans. We've had enough.
That would have been a nice play, though, the first tush roll.
Have y'all noticed? They don't talk about Michael Parsons unless it's in association with the Cowboys. See, he misses this attention. Michael not only misses these teammates, and I think he misses Jerry Jones too, he misses this attention. He don't get this in Green Bay. Man, let me tell you something. That media in Green Bay, I mean, it ain't close. It ain't close to Dallas. The attention, the spotlight, it's not close. But this Michael right here looks like the Michael that was in Dallas. Not the Michael who was in Green Bay talking about, yeah, man, it's all football over here, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's enjoying the spotlight that he is getting on account of the Dallas Cowboys.
That's a good roll. Hey, you know what? I feel like you could use that in the playbook next year somehow.
Probably so.
Yeah.
All right, George, so you got the trophy, you got the win. I'm putting you on the spot, though. Who's winning the Super Bowl on Sunday?
Seattle.
Oh, I can't hear. You broke up a little bit. You said the spot, and then that's all I heard.
I said, who's going to win the game on Sunday? Who you picking?
Oh, I like the Patriots, but I might have to go Seattle.
Is that your head or your heart?
Yeah, exactly.
That's your head. Your brain.
I'm going to have to go with my heart on this one.
Okay, all right. And also
I think the defense better.
And also represent the NFC. I get it.
All right, what's the plan for you the rest of the weekend?
Yeah.
Man, kind of like what you guys said, keep connecting with people. Like I said, you know, celebrate, I guess.
You going to stay for the game, or you going to go home?
Oh, no, I'm definitely be here for the game.
All right, bet. Cool.
So you can turn around and just go grab the trophy right now, by the way.
Yeah, just take it home with
right
you.
there.
Just
Like,
take the trophy home.
right behind you. Just go grab it and take off with it.
Okay.
George, thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Be good.
I appreciate y'all.
All right.
He's going to get it.
Yeah, you should go get it.
Yeah.
Yes!
Go get it. Take that with you.
Trophy.
No one else taking it home?
Go.
There we go.
Yes.
No one else taking it.
I'm going to put this in the living room.
I feel like I started.
Yeah. I mean, that's George Pickens, man. You're not getting this man, you're not getting this in Green Bay. You let Michael Parsons or anybody recruit you if they want to. You ain't getting this in Green Bay. You're not getting this in Green Bay. This redemption arc, this is Dallas. This is Dallas. This redemption arc is Dallas. I love it. I love what he's doing, man. Hey, and I don't think GP wants to. Again, GP was already in that area. Man, GP don't want to be back in that area. Yeah, GP don't want to be back in that area. He don't. Yeah, True Texan, appreciate that super chat. He said, yeah, with you when it comes to the draft, best player. True Texan, I'm telling you. It's some players on that draft, man. Hey, if they are there, it's changing my whole draft board. I'm not letting Jeremiah Love. Ain't no way. Man, if I'm the Cowboys, man, I'll burn that board up. Because Jeremiah Love ain't getting past me. Ron Hanna. He said, I'm going to trust Jerry to get this done, especially when Dak saying he will get involved if it will happen. Yeah, they're going to sign him. I believe it. I believe they're going to sign him. Nisi said the difference I noticed with Dak and CD, they are publicly speaking up for Pickens to stay in Dallas. Uh-oh. Now, let me say the quiet part out loud. Let me say the quiet part out loud that Nisi didn't say out loud. They didn't do this for Michael Parsons. Not to this degree. Not to this degree. Yeah, not to this degree. True 1283, Joe Montana would choke with this defense. I agree. Yeah, Jeremy Betts, yeah. Miles is the best pass rusher in the league, no doubt about it. Yeah, Demetrius, yeah, G for the Dak haters, the Bible about you all. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. Yeah. Yeah, Dak is the man. Yeah, Dak is the man. He gonna get him one too. You watch what I tell you. I've been telling y'all, but Dak gonna get that Super Bowl. You watch what I tell you. He is going to get that Super Bowl. There is no doubt in my mind. And Christian Parker is what's making me feel like he's gonna get it. Ron Hale said, man, G loves you like my brother, but neither one of them will be there at 12. He said neither one of them will be there at 12. He said we will have to move into the top 6 to get one of them. Well, if I'm the Cowboys, don't move. If I'm the Cowboys, don't move forward. Mr. Get Dirty, what's going on? Yeah, don't move forward. The Cowboys need all the draft picks they can get. As a matter of fact, if the Cowboys can't get who they want at 20, I see the Cowboys move back to the number 23 and see if they could maybe see if they could get them an extra draft pick. Maybe see if you can get back in the second and just move back to 23 and still stay in that first round, plus get you a second round pick if I'm the Cowboys. That's what I would do. But the Cowboys need draft picks. Jaden Justin, what up, my man? Yeah, they need draft picks, man. They need draft picks, and they need to be as high as they can get them. As high as they can get them and as many as they can get. Man, Mr. 72 Chevelle, I'm going to do something about that on my other channel, man, about Anthony Davis, but I'm going to call him Mr. Glass. Hey, True Texas, you ain't lying. Hard to speak up for Parsons laying on the table, man. Boy, that was tough right there. I don't care if he laid up there for a second. That was tough. Queen said, G, Pickens' agent want to go for broke, but if Pickens have to say so, he might be good getting CD money. So I hope GP speak up to his agent and let him know I want to stay in Dallas, so please compromise. Yeah, I don't think GP has the leverage that Micah had. Because a lot of people don't look at GP as being better than Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. And I think that's what's going to be the saving grace for the Cowboys. So I believe the Cowboys will get him somewhere in that 30 to 35 range. Ricky Rose, what up? I think they'll get him. All right. All right, let's see. Let's look at this thing over here about Michael Parsons. I mean, I didn't even know about this. I mean, this is crazy to me, this stuff that's coming out, man. Check this out. Anybody, and some of y'all have already mentioned this. I mean, this is crazy to me, man. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. Michael Parsons needs the Dallas Cowboys. Hold on, let me put a marker here. Micah needs the Dallas Cowboys. Look at this. Look what's back. The Michael Parsons show is back. The Edge, Michael Parsons live from San Francisco. Special guest, A.J. Brown, Myles Garrett, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Bryce Young. Brandon Laurie said, I wonder what they'll talk about. You know, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I'm struggling with this whole issue right here. There's just a part of me that don't like this. Alfonso, appreciate your support. Kevin Edwards. Kevin Edwards, I agree with you. But Kevin, they're all complicit in building up this drama. They're all complicit. And I'm not saying it's a conspiracy theory, but I'm telling you, they're all complicit, whether advertently or inadvertently, because they want to see, is Jerry going to re-sign George Pickens? They want to see. And the more accolades he gets, the more people talk about it, it just builds up the drama. It does. It just builds up the drama. And so the Cowboys, they can't mess this up. They can't. Angel Eyes, what's going on? They cannot mess this up. They got to sign him. They have got to sign GP. And then, as Poobie D said, once you sign GP, go all defense from there. We don't need anything else. Just go all defense from there. Freddie says, Brother G, if Dak goes to Jerry and says, Jerry, I need and want Pickens here with me, Jerry will sign Pickens the next day, if not the next hour after he speaks with Dak. I think Dak's already told him. I think Dak's already told him. I do. I think Dak's already told him, hey, we need him here. We need him here for sure. All right, and so again, this is what's coming up. The Micah Parsons podcast. This is Friday. I'm sorry. It's Friday. I normally wouldn't watch the Micah Parsons podcast, but I'm going to watch it because I want to see what he's going to be talking about. And I'm telling you right now, the only reason why anybody's going to watch this podcast. Anybody want to take a wild guess why anybody's going to watch this podcast? Anybody think they're going to be watching this podcast for A.J. Brown? Anybody think they're going to be watching this podcast for Myles Garrett? Last time I checked, ain't nobody checking for A.J. Brown and Myles Garrett. Anybody think they're going to be checking this podcast for Bryce Young? Come on, man. What do you think they're going to be listening for? And I'm going to tell you now, in all due respect to CeeDee Lamb, I don't think they're going to be listening for CeeDee Lamb. Who do you think they're watching this podcast for? The most controversial man in the NFL right now, George Pickens. That's why he got George Pickens on that podcast. That's why he's got him on there. And he's got two Cowboys on there. But I'm telling you, the reason people will be watching that podcast, it won't even be CeeDee Lamb. It's going to be George Pickens. And I just wonder if, and me and my wife have been having this conversation this week about somebody that's in our life right now. Let me tell you something about people. What they say in jest, they mean for real. There are certain situations that when people say in jest, they mean for real. Don't think Micah Parsons is playing when he's saying he wants George Pickens to play for Green Bay. Don't even think he's playing. I don't care if he puts an LOL behind it. I don't care if he laughs. I don't care if he tells you he's joking. He's not joking. Micah Parsons would full well want George Pickens to come to Green Bay. And I don't even know if it would be just to win. I think he would want him in Green Bay just to spite Jerry Jones. I really do. I think he would want him in Green Bay to spite Jerry Jones. But again, I mean, it's funny to me because I'm telling you who they're going to be watching in this podcast. Star Guardian said Dak and CD are flipping it on Jones. Normally, Jones uses the media on why not to sign players. This time, Dak and CD are using the media to keep GP. Hey, Star Guardian, watch this. But not only are Dak and CD doing this, the fan base is doing it. Content creators are doing it. The NFL is doing it. Because the NFL itself keeps heaping praise on George Pickens. They are putting George Pickens in such a light that Jerry will almost feel funny or he'll feel embarrassed if he don't get George signed. But I don't even think we're going to have to go there because I don't think Jerry bought George Pickens here not to sign him. Jerry got visions of sugar plums dancing in his head. I'm telling y'all right now, Jerry feels like he's right back in the mode of the 90s Cowboys. Jerry is starting to feel like, I'm telling you, Jerry is feeling like this is the 90s Cowboys. He fixed his defense last year, fixed his offense this year, got his offensive players last year. He's going to get his defensive players this year. Jerry Jones is feeling like this is 1991, 1992 Dallas Cowboys. That's what Jerry Jones is feeling. Jerry feels like George Pickens is what was the wide receiver name? I hadn't said his Alvin Harper. Jerry feels like he's got his Michael Irvin and Alvin Harper. And at this point, we don't know which one of them is Alvin Harper or which one of them is Michael Irvin. But nevertheless, Jerry has visions of sugar plums dancing in his head. I don't think this was ever going to be a problem for Jerry. But I'm going to tell you this. If it was ever a thought of being a problem, man, people are putting massive pressure on it, including GP with his play. Sub-Zero said, what up, G? I love what is going on in Big D. I think the GP is going to let his agent know what he wants or he could fire him. He loves Dallas. Yeah, GP is taking Dak Prescott's advice, too. A lot of people aren't catching on to what GP said the other day. GP said he had not talked to Jerry. He said, but his agent. Jerry's talked to his agent. GP said that. People are missing that part. GP is saying it without saying it. I'm not talking to Jerry about my deal. I'm going to let my agent do that. It's exactly what you should do. It's exactly what you should do. Don't talk to Jerry about your contract. Let your agent do it. Let your agent do it. Yeah, Angel Eyes, for sure. Yeah, Jerry's here to GP here to stay. GP here to stay. Dominique Pittman, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, Cowboys are going to fix that defense this next go round. They're going to fix that defense. I believe they go all defense in this draft. They might go in offensive linemen later on, but I think the Cowboys are going to go all defense. Free agency, I think they're going to go get some. I think they're going to try to get 2 or 3 big pieces in free agency. I really do. And I think the one place they're going to try to get in is going to be at the edge. Because the Cowboys can't you only got 2 first-round picks. You can't depend on the draft. You can't depend on the draft to fix the team. You can depend on a part of the draft, but they have got to fix this thing in free agency. They have got to fix it in free agency. Uh-oh, Poobie D, he said CD is 88. Yes, sir. Hey, I ain't mad at you, Poobie D. I ain't mad at you. I'm just glad we can have the argument. But I do say, I think George Pickens is better than Alvin Harper. I do. And I saw Alvin Harper play. No, I think GP is better than Alvin Harper, man. Shoot. He better than Alvin Harper. And Alvin Harper was good. The GP, I think, is better. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Sam, they're going to franchise tag him, but I don't think it'll be long. Kevin Edwards said, I'm 50-50 on Pickens' contract being done because of David Mulugeta. I don't think he has quite the leverage he actually had with Micah Parsons. Because I still think there are a lot of people out there who would actually say he shouldn't be paid more than he should not be paid more than Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I think there are people who would argue that. But a part of me also is depending upon, I believe GP wants to be here. And I think for GP, I think $33, $34 million, I think GP will be like, let's do it. I do. I think 33, 34. I think he'll do it. Rose, I've been saying this for the longest. I do think the Cowboys need a true left tackle. I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that may be the only thing they might even do in the draft is a left tackle. And they won't get him in the early rounds, maybe in them later rounds. All right. Let's go over here, man. I found something the other day. I don't know if y'all have seen this. You know, with the Pro Bowl going on and everything, people are not giving this a lot of attention, but I wanted to bring it to our attention because Michael Irvin had lunch with one of our coaches. Michael Irvin had lunch with one of our coaches. Did y'all see this? Check this out. Let me see. Pull this up here.
Locker room, what's up?
Michael Irvin had lunch with Brian Schottenheimer. Yeah. 5 points of the star. What's going on? Let's check this out and see what Michael Irvin is talking about over here with Brian Schottenheimer.
I'm here in San Francisco for the Super Bowl. When I was getting here today, because I was in Miami shooting the White House, and man, I just can't believe that I'm here again at another Super Bowl. I'm here with the show, the White House. I've been here, coming to Super Bowls for so many years. My boy Lito, he's on his way here too. He's with me to secure my security guy, and he had never been to a Super Bowl, so I'm excited for him. I said, oh, you've never been to one? No, he'll get a chance to be one. So yeah, that it's to be exciting. So I'm excited for him. I can't wait until it all starts. Everybody gets crunk up and come out here. Right now, it's Tuesday. You get just droplings of the Super Bowl. Very little droplings. Oh, yeah, must be something going on here. Yeah, you can tell something going on here. But nothing major. Now, tomorrow's Wednesday. It'll start cranking like I don't know what. Starting tomorrow. And I can't wait. I just can't wait to see how this plays out. Because I told you guys, once they stepped on a plane to come here, life's never going to be the same. So this is going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Now, and every time I'm sitting around watching sports right now and I'm seeing people talk about the games, I don't know. I can't tell myself right now, I'm definitely going this way or I'm definitely going this way. Because there's so much in it. There's so much, even history in it. Sam Darnold and the Patriots, because he started with the Jets. This team, at least the Patriot way, how much they know him and what some of the things he's had to go through when he was with the Jets. He was playing the Patriots. So much in it.
Sebastian, man, what you talking about, man? Sebastian said Michael sounds strange. What you mean? What you mean, Sebastian? Kevin Elvis said Michael is strange. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. Hey, man, Mike on the run right now. Shoot, man, Mike done got picked up by Netflix. Be out there with Miami. Man, Mike on the run right now. Man, let me tell y'all something about this whole Seattle thing. I don't know if y'all heard this story about Seattle. It's not anything that's hidden. And I don't want to go all conspiratorial on us. But, man, this Seattle Seahawks thing is strange. That the Seattle Seahawks made the Super Bowl this year. And let me show you why. There was a guy over on YouTube. It came across my timeline, and he was talking about this. And I'm just gonna put this out there. I don't know if it's the what's going on, but I find this to be very. I find the timing of this. I find the timing of this to really be weird. And I don't know if it's true, but I'm just telling y'all. Y'all tell me. This story is out there, but a lot of people are not talking about this story. I'm just going to show you what it says. You can take this wherever you want to. Anybody find this to be kind of strange? Anybody find this story to be strange? NFL reportedly pressuring Seahawks to put up for sale by Paul Allen State. This has been being talked about for a while. That the Seattle Seahawks were going to be sold after this season. And coincidentally or not coincidental, they make the Super Bowl this season. I don't know what else to tell us on that. The Seattle Seahawks. This has been talked, and people aren't talking about this. I'm just bringing it to your attention. You can take this information any kind of way you want to. I'm just giving you the facts. But this has been talked about for a while, that the Seattle Seahawks being sold, in the year that they're being sold, they make the Super Bowl and they're probably going to win it. I'm just going to go out on a limb. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think the Seattle Seahawks would be more valuable if they didn't make the playoffs and they didn't make the Super Bowl, or if they made the playoffs and made the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl? Which way do you think it's easier to sell the team? Tell me which way you think it's easier. I'm just saying, this information is readily available. I mean, maybe I'm breaking news to some people, but this isn't really news. Everybody knows this. I mean, I'm just saying, how convenient. How convenient. I'm just asking for a friend. How much more attractive do you think the Seattle Seahawks are after they win the Super Bowl? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm telling you. That's all. Hey, I'm just giving you the facts. I mean, this is stuff that nobody's talking about. Wait. Not only do they get to the Super Bowl, they get to play Drake May and the Patriots, who actually played the easiest schedule of the season. Rose, got news for you. It's going to be an absolute miracle if the Patriots win this. They don't have the horses. I'm sorry, the Patriots don't have the horses. They may have the heart, but they don't have the horses. I'm telling you right now, Drake May, if he has the same game that he had the previous game, they don't have a chance. Jarrett Stidham, let me tell you something. Has Sean Payton went for that field goal and made it 10-0, Jarrett Stidham with that Denver Bronco defense would be in the Super Bowl right now. That Denver Broncos defense destroyed Drake May. There was nothing he could do. Had Bo Nix played, The Patriots are done. Done. The Patriots are not, they don't have enough horses. They don't have enough horses for that Seattle defense. They don't have enough horses for Sam Darnold. They don't have enough horses for Njigba. They don't have enough horses to beat Seattle. And even with Bo Nix missing, hey, Poobie D, I watched that game. Hey, they were good. But what won that game was the fact that Bo Nix didn't play. That's what won that game for him. And the dumb play calling by Sean Payton, that's what won the game for him. It wasn't the Patriots defense, and it has been good. But they played the historically worst season. They played the historically worst schedule in all of NFL history. They played trash teams. They absolutely played trash teams. Even in the playoffs. Man, somebody gonna have to tell me, how did Bo Nix really get hurt? Man, people can tell me anything they want to about Bo Nix. Not only did Bo Nix get hurt, when's the last time they immediately announced that a player is going to get surgery? They announced it the day of the game. Yeah, they broke a bone in his foot, and he's going to have surgery on Monday or Tuesday. What? No second opinion, no third opinion. Don't see if you can wrap it up. Man, let me tell you something. Dak Prescott could have broke 3 bones in his foot. How much you bet Dak Prescott would have played that next game? How much you bet? I've lived long enough to watch them carry Phillip Rivers from play to play to play. I promise you, there is no way Tom Brady with a broke bone in his foot. Tom Brady ain't missing that next game. Shoot, you talking about that scooter? Hey, Tom Brady would have been out there on that scooter. Man, come on, man. All I'm telling you, I'm just giving you the information. It's crazy work. The Patriots ain't got enough to beat. The Patriots ain't got enough to beat Seattle, man. They don't. They ain't got enough horses. They don't have enough horses. This Super Bowl is set up for the Seahawks to literally blow through the New England Patriots. They're going to blow through them. Drake May, I'm telling you right now, I saw Brock Purdy. I saw Matthew Stafford. I saw them go up against that Seattle defense. And I'm telling you right now, Drake May ain't got enough horses, man. Drake May ain't got enough. He ain't got enough horses, man. He ain't got enough horses. He ain't got enough horses. You right, Poobie D, they was trash. That's why they had the schedule. Yep, 2 back-to-back 4-13 seasons. Yeah, they ain't got the horses, man. But I'm telling you right now, this thing with Seattle, shoot. Man, hey, all I'm telling y'all is Seattle gonna be more attractive to be sold with a Super Bowl. And this talk didn't just come up. This talk was happening before the season. It's strange to me. That's why when I'm listening to Michael Irvin talk about this thing with Seattle, man, this is a no-brainer. I'm not even torn over this Super Bowl. This is going to be an obliteration. It might be close early on. Man, it's going to be a doggone obliteration, man.
I tell you what, though, guys. The other day, right before I left Dallas, I had dinner with Coach Schottenheimer and his family, and I saw all of them, and we got to hang out and talk a little bit. But I tell you what I did say to Coach, like, I'm happy. I was happy to see him, and I was happy with what happened, what I saw beginning, I should say it this way, what I saw beginning to happen last year. You know, we found, and I think, an identity on offense. And we have to go and find something to match it on defense. And I think late in the season,
Football Fanatic, what up?
Came in, and the way he kind of galvanized their defense, they played much better, but still had some tough goals. I think they'll be much better. And it'll be a great, great opportunity. I believe this is right now going to be a hell of an offseason. But I really do believe, and you guys seeing it now. Look at it, the LaFleur, all of these hires now, they're more in the Schottenheimer range. It's like there's been a transition at the head coaching position. And some of the older guys are going to move out the game, even though they moved to John Harbaugh, the Mike Tomlins, the Mike McCarthy's. But all these other jokers are new. Now,
Good luck on the moving football fanatic.
All of these, the Mike McDonald's, the Mike Vrabels. These are younger coaches that are taking over now, and they're pushing out. These are the sons of those other coaches. It's an interesting thing, and I know a lot of people right now are talking about not having African American coaches, which is interesting. Like, where are the sons of the African American coaches that are taking over? I won't digress with that thought. Now, you guys know nobody can defend me, but I finally found someone that can. Simply Safe is the only defender that can. And I'm telling you, got a real shot. The defense just tighten down just a little. What I talked with Coach about with George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and in the place that Dak Prescott is in right now personally. And I've been saying it for a while. We can add a run game to it, and I love the run game we had, but we're winning with those three right there. And Jake Ferguson. This is an air raid.
Freddie, what'd you say? Freddie said, I'm telling you people, old Michael is back on that 40 pounds. Man, I ain't gonna speculate, but that boy Mike, man, hey. Shoot, I don't know about that 40 pounder, but he definitely reminded me of his player days.
Game, and more so than any, if we're winning a Super Bowl, it's going to be with Dak Prescott. So all you fence riders with Dak Prescott, this is, I think, his best opportunity. I thought, remember that year we had let Amari Cooper go. If we had kept him, I thought we had a shot at it then.
Yeah.
Now, if we keep George Pickens, who's certainly the younger guy, you got a shot.
Yeah, and I don't think Jerry's going to make that mistake again. Man, I'm telling you now, Amari Cooper set us back a whole season or two. Amari Cooper, imagine Green Bay 2023, Amari Cooper and CD. Ain't no way. Amari Cooper, CD, Brandon Cooks. Ain't no way. And Michael Gallup. Ain't no way. Ain't no way Green Bay beats us with that. I don't think Jerry's going to make this mistake again.
We just got to put our belief and faith all in Dak Prescott. I can't.
As we talk about Dak Prescott, but let me tell you where I am with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has always had the ability. Dak Prescott has always put up numbers. Where we got to take advantage of this thing with Dak Prescott is because of the headspace he's in. Dak Prescott is in a headspace that's different now. Dak Prescott is in the headspace where he can mentally lead this team to the Super Bowl also. If they will just get him the defense, Dak can mentally, not just physically, he's always going to put up numbers. Dak is a great quarterback. He's worked hard on his physical ability. But what has made Dak even more deadly is his mental fortitude. This year, I just think Dak played better in 2023. I just think he played better because he did more with less. I think Dak played better in 2023. But where I think Dak was better this year than 2023 was mentally. I think Dak was better mentally. So what the Cowboys have got to do is get Dak a decent defense again. And if they can get Dak Prescott a top 10 defense again, and I do believe that's what they're going to do over these next 2 seasons, no, they're going to get that Super Bowl. And they're going to get it with Dak Prescott. And they got to take advantage of where Dak is mentally. Mentally. It's an incredible headspace to be in.
Dude, and let me tell you guys something. I
agree with your football fanatic. Dak can win.
And of course, I'm always
need to capitalize on his veteran abilities.
Talk to you guys because y'all my peeps, y'all my real, And I'm gonna try to drag over to the White House and everything. Oh yeah, and even today, right?
Miss Matrix, what's going on?
He carries the trophy. He puts on the white gloves. He's got to bring the trophy to the NFL experience. And then I'm going to have him come over and do the White House show, and talk about Haley. You guys know Haley, there's only one man in the world with more rings than Haley. That's Tom Brady. Everybody talks about Tom Brady. But this man got 5, and very few people give him his flowers.
No, we give him his flowers.
On the show, so you guys got to tune in because that's going to be good. And Haley will be loose as a goose. Y'all know he'll say anything. And we're going to dive. We're going to do a deep dive and talk about everything. Also, I want you to watch out because I'll wake up in the morning. I'll do all these interviews to promote the White House and talk about my locker room right here too. Talk about you guys. And then I'll hop on a plane and fly to LA. And then I got to go do Jimmy Kimmel. I'll do Jimmy Kimmel tomorrow evening and then get back on a plane and fly back here.
Boy, hey, man, that Netflix deal done put this man over the top, boy.
For a late night. And, because they do appearances around here. So it'll be a whirlwind of a week. But I'll keep you posted on it all. Super Bowl 60 is here, bro. Hey, that's crazy.
Mike, different, boy.
Championship game, and now I'm about to watch a Super Bowl. And on the airplane, I thought of myself, man, I just had a national championship game in Miami, and now I'm headed to a Super Bowl in San Francisco. Who's on the plane with me? We exchanged numbers, but the honorary captain from Indiana University, your boy Wells, he's on the plane with me. And I gave him my number, and of course, he texted, we had to win that game, bro. Isn't that crazy? I shook his hand at midfield. And then we ran into each other again today. So I got to search to see what God is trying to say about that relationship in that direction. I keep you guys posted on what's going on around the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man, Mike, hey, Milton, you ain't lying, man. Mike good right now, boy. Hey, you know what? Mike might not be on that funny powder. Man, I think what might be going on with Mike. Is Mike is high on success right now. Yeah, Kevin Edwards, I agree with you, man. The Cowboys have got to figure out their left tackle situation, and I don't think they have another season to be messing around over there at left tackle, man. They're going to either get this thing at left tackle right or they're not. And even as it applies to Terrence Steele, they're either going to get that thing together or they're not. They really need to get that fixed. Because if they don't, you can't have Dak running for his life and then we run around here talking about, we did a great job protecting Dak Prescott when we can see with our own eyes that what's really going on is Dak Prescott is actually extending plays and doing things with his legs. We can't have that either. All right, let's look at the last segment for today. Y'all know I have Bible study, so that's why I came on early. Let's see here. This next coaching hire for the Cowboys, man, everybody's been talking about this coaching hire for the Cowboys. This guy out of Georgia. And this is everybody is saying that because the Cowboys have hired Chidero Uzaderibi or something to that effect. I'll have to hear somebody pronounce his name. I won't mess it up the next time. But a lot of people are saying that this is a sheer sign that the Dallas Cowboys are going to a 3-4 defense. And I don't know if the Cowboys are going to a 3-4 defense as much as they're going to a 5-man front. Now, y'all might not remember, but I told you before that the similarities between the 5-man front and the 3-4, I mean, they're very interchangeable. The only thing that changes between a 5-man front and a 3-4 is who do you have on the edges. I mean, it can be a 3-4 if you got linebackers. It's a 5-man front if you got defensive ends. The Cowboys are probably going to run somewhat of a hybrid of whatever that is because you got Jadeveon Clowney. And I said this past season that Donovan Ezaraku could easily play in a 3-4 defense. He's an undersized defensive end. So the Cowboys, this guy, they're hiring him as their outside linebackers coach, if I'm not mistaken. They are hiring him as the outside linebackers coach. And so when you kind of look at this 3-4 defense, I do think he's going to run some type of variation of this Vic Fangio's defense. And this Vic Fangio's defense, if you can kind of see it right here, it just all depends on who's going to be where. Who's going to be where. And, you can run a lot of different things out of this Eagles in the way that they do it because, again, they don't run like a backpedaling type of defense. They run a rotation type of defense in the way that they do things. And so we're going to see what they're going to run, but everybody's thinking they're going to switch back. I mean, they're going to switch to a 3-4 defense, which this also tells me that the Cowboys are going to keep Kenny Clark, Oso Digizua, and Quinnen Williams. They're going to I'm pretty sure they're going to redo Kenny Clark's deal, but they're going to try to keep all three of them and go to a 5-man front. And I don't think it means they will predominantly run that, but I do think this is what they want to run. And so this is what they're going to run. And so a lot of people are saying this is what they're doing in some of the defensive hires that they're doing. Let me see if I can pull up a better diagram. But it looks like the Cowboys are going to run. It looks like they're going to be running some type of variation of that 3-4 type of defense because a lot of people say this is even what Jim Leonard tries to run as a defensive coordinator. And so, again, looking at that 3-4 versus that 5-man front, I mean, there's just not a lot of difference. It just depends on who do you have playing at these linebacker spots. Do you have two linebackers and this outside linebacker? This is what they've hired this guy for, according to what I've seen. They have hired, and they said that this guy, Chidera out of Georgia, they said he was like a very hot commodity getting ready to come to the pros, and he was going to be a defensive coordinator before here in the next year or two, and he's got a very good defense up there in Georgia. So it looks like the Cowboys are bringing him in to do some of these things for the Cowboys. And I'm telling us, man, the Cowboys are letting this dude go to work. Nisi said, I knew DC needs to make some serious cuts to that line. Nisi, do we really have any linebackers other than the Mario and Overshown? I do. DC needs to make some serious cuts to that linebacker and secondary and add real Rottweilers to make this defense at least top 10. I agree. Because they can't do it with their current setup. I mean, this part of the game is good for the Cowboys. When you think about the fact they have Quinnen Williams, Oso Digizua, Kenny Clark, Solomon Thomas, Perion Winfrey, I mean, they got some people who can deal within this space. What they got to figure out is what are they going to put in these other spaces? If you run a 3-4, that means you're going to have to go get you about what? You'll at least have to go get 2 linebackers. You got Demarion Overshow. You got Shamar James. But I really think you would have to go and get you a couple of more really good linebackers. And I'm not talking about just good. You got to get you some great ones. I mean, you got to get some guys that can absolutely move if you're going to run that 3-4. That 3-4 will help you with the run for sure on gap integrity. It'll help you with that. But also, and I don't think they're going to just run primarily 3-4, because I do think the Cowboys will also run some sets where they're going to have multiple defensive backs back here, because if you think about the Vic Fangio system, one of the things he likes to do, he likes to overload. He likes to overload as far as defenders against the pass. He wants to make sure if you have 3 on one side, he got 4 on one side. You got 1 on one side, he got 2 on one side. You got 2 on one side, he got 3 on one side. So he tries to make sure he does those type of things. So, but I do think the Cowboys are probably going to try to implement that 5-man front again, and to hire this young man from Georgia for the outside linebackers coach. I'm pretty sure that's not for a conventional 4-3. So I think he is actually going to help. I think he's actually going to help whenever they start running some of that 3-4 type of stuff. And I don't think they're going to go away totally from the 4-3. I think they're going to run that too. Nisa said, Parker, please don't let Jerry and Steven force you to keep Dodo and Hooker. Oh, yes. Please. Frederick Johnson, he said, our linebacker corp is like a bad in a cave of space. Yes, sir, I agree with you, man. Because I don't know if Leafau, I don't know if he's big enough. I don't know if Leafau is big enough to play in a, I don't know if he's big enough to play in a 3-4. I just don't know if he's big enough. So, you know, again, hey, Edwards, I mean, Kevin, I agree with you on Logan. Logan Wilson might be able to play that 3-4. Logan Wilson may be able to play that 3-4, but I can tell you who can't play that 3-4, and that's Kenneth Murray. He got to go, man. He got to go. Kippy, he said, cut Hooker and Dodo, Bill, and Thomas. Cut them all. Man, I got to agree with you. I have to agree with you, man. Our safeties are just not good. Bottom line, just not good. Jeremy said, not really, bro. The 2 outside rush guys can be DNs that are labeled or considered linebackers that are going to have the same responsibilities. Well, again, when you run Jadeveon Clowney Marcus Houston, Donovan Ezeraku at these positions out here, I think you'll be fine. The issue is when you want to run it in a pass defense situation, and who will you have out there for the pass? So the Cowboys are going to need more personnel to run this. Chanel, what's going on? Good to see you. Yes, sir. Best chat on social. What's going on? Sub-Zero, he said, I'm with you about the D. If the D holds up their end, I think the offense with all the dogs will score from everywhere. Yeah, I'm telling you, if they can just get this defense together, I think they're going to be good to go. Demetrius said, Ken is still on the team. I thought he got on the same same thing that Eberflus. Hey, let me tell you, man, Shotty really talked up Kenneth Murray Jr. He really talked him up. I mean, you never know, man. They may actually keep Kenneth Murray Jr. Please say it ain't so. But they may actually keep Kenneth Murray Jr. I mean, they got him on a 2-year deal. They may actually keep him. I hope they don't. I absolutely hope they don't. But again, these 5-man fronts versus these 3-4s, they are definitely interchangeable. They are definitely interchangeable. It just depends on who you got, who do you have playing what. And so this is going to be the big deal. And this is why I said before, too, the thing that I appreciate about Christian Parker is I think Christian Parker is going to do his own thing, too. I absolutely think he's going to do his own thing. And it looks like he may actually try to run a hybrid of the Vic Fangio scheme. I don't know if he's going to run it totally. I think he's going to run a hybrid of it. He may do his thing up front and Fangio's thing on the back end. So we're going to see what he does, but what he's doing right now, he's looking pretty good. But I want to see it all come to action. That's going to be the big thing. See it all come to action. And let me see here. Let's see if we can get a couple more diagrams of kind of what Fangio likes to do. Let's look at some more of these diagrams. Look at some more of these diagrams here. Again, see, this is what Fangio likes to do. Fangio, if you'll notice, it doesn't matter who you have lined up. Fangio wants to make sure he's got more defenders than you have people going out for passes. You can see up here on the left side of the field, they got Jamar Chase up at the top. They got a receiver here, and then you can see he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. They got one receiver here and maybe a tight end. Look at what they have. They got 1, 2, 3. This is how Fangio runs things. Fangio always makes sure that he has more people on the side of the on whatever side you got people lined up. He's always going to make sure he's going to have more defenders than you have, and again, than you have receivers. And again, a lot of people were complaining about running a lot of zone here. He's not going to run no 96 and 97% zone, but he's probably going to run about 70% zone. That Fangio system, that rotational system, again, it's not a system that's built for backpedaling. It's a system that's built for rotation. They rotate players over so they don't get caught like the Cowboys kept getting caught with people just running down the lanes on the Dallas Cowboys. Junior, what up with you, Junior? Yeah, he said, what up, G? Defense is going to look more like Denver than the Eagles, in my opinion. Yeah, that's why I got the Denver Broncos defense up here. And notice what they're showing. This is kind of crazy what he does. Fangio runs cover 2 on one side, quarters on the other. I'm telling you, man. Fangio is, I know it, 72 Chevelle. That's why I pulled up Fangio's defense when he was with Denver. Fangio runs that cover 2 on one side. And remember, Parker was with him in Denver too. He runs that cover 2 on one side. He runs that he runs that quarters on the other side. I mean, I'm telling you, man, Vic Fangio's defense is crazy. It's crazy. But the key to it is you gotta have the horses to run it. And again, kind of looking at how this is, when you kind of look at some of the things that he does, I mean, I'm telling you, Fangio's defense it's just so clever what he does. You see, so you got a receiver here. Of course, you have a receiver here. You have a receiver here. They are blanketed. Look at all of the defenders he got out here. He got a guy deep. He got a guy here covered. Sorry about that. He's got a guy here covered. This guy here in that shallow, he catches it. They're going to run right up and get him. You look on the other side here, they're running the quarters. Look at the amount of defenders. They got a receiver here. Receiver here. They got 2 defenders on that one, and they got 1 defender on that one. I'm telling you, man, I believe he's going to run some combinations of these type of things. Fangio's defense is nice. Just bar none. It's nice. Yeah, Fangio's defense is nice. Where the Cowboys were getting destroyed, Fangio's defense is not going to get destroyed like that. And, of course, here, he's got that four-man rush. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I think that with him, Brian is going to be able to accomplish what he was trying to accomplish. Brian was talking about all this multiple talk. Well, you're going to be able to run multiples with Vic Fangio or with Christian Parker's defense, because I think he's going to run some hybrids of this stuff. So I think it's going to be good. I think he's going to be good to go. But the key is back to what all of us are talking about. You got to get the players. These defenses don't work without the players. Now, it sounds like from what Stephen Jones said, he's already named off the core players. He's already named off Quinnen, Osa. He's named off Kenny, Jadeveon, Ezra Raku, Demarion Overshown, Savon Revel Jr., Deron Bland. So that's already telling you. Of course, they already still got James Houston. I think they're still going to need another edge. They already got Solomon Thomas. I still think the Cowboys are going to need at least 2 to 3 linebackers. Easy. I think they're going to need 2 to 3 linebackers. And they definitely are going to need at least one more safety and at least one more corner. And I think they're going to address those in the draft. I do. Chanel said prioritizes high IQ, communicative players over specific size, body types in the secondary. Yeah. Chanel, the good thing about this defense is it is not as dependent. Y'all remember what I told y'all about Matt Eberflus' defense? I told y'all about Matt Eberflus' defense. It needed serious athletic players to be successful in that system. Players with IQ and athletic ability. You needed that in the Matt Eberflus system. And I'm not saying you're not going to need that in the Christian Parker system. But that system isn't as dependent upon having those types of big cornerbacks, big safeties, the way Matt Eberflus' defenses are. Because I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons why his defenses were not successful here. We don't, man, we just going to have to admit, man, we just don't have the players. We just don't have the players, man. We don't. We don't have the players. So they are going to have to get him the players. They are. And so, again, looking at this Fangio's defensive style that I think that we're going to see Christian Parker run a variation of. Cover one right here. Look at the linemen all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or probably here more of a 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the linebacker here. So you still kind of got that 5-man front. He's going to shoot the gap. But look how they do it. He's got one man deep in the middle. 1-on-1. And he's got another man here. I mean, this dude, man, his system is good. Look at here. It says, from its too high alignment, the defense can rotate. And that's how they run this defense. It's a rotational defense. The defense can rotate into a variety of zone and man coverages. In the image above, the defense rotated into cover one, man-to-man with one deep safety and a robber after the snap. The safety to the weak side rotated to the middle of the field, while the safety to the strong side rotated down to the play robber. Every other defender was in man coverage. Yeah, they're going to do some of this type of stuff. It's going to be nice. And they're going to bring us into the 21st century, because I'm telling you, Matt Eberflus couldn't disguise anything. Very rarely did he disguise any coverages. In this defense, the coverages are disguised, and it's in the way it rotates. You don't know what it is. You don't know what this type of defense is. And so Christian Parker's defense is going to be very hard for a lot of teams to, and again, they've already seen this type of defense from Vic Fangio. And Vic Fangio's defense, man, we've already seen him go to one Super Bowl. And he got this team to the playoffs with as bad as Jalen Hurts played. So we've already seen where Vic Fangio and they're wondering if he's gonna come back now. Let's read what they said about this particular setup here. It says on 3 site, the weak side safety rotates down, and he and the weak side linebacker read the number 2 receiver. Second furthest inside receiver to the sideline to determine who will play the hook inside zone and who will play the flats. It says if the number 2 receiver releases outside, the safety will take him. The theory behind this is that the number 2 releases to the flat right away. The offense likely isn't running for a vertical, so the linebacker will be fine playing the hook zone. And so I'm telling this, man, this thing, the way they run this defense, and this kid is very smart. He understands this inside and out. And this is why, again, I'm showing the Denver style of defense when he was with Denver with Fangio. Hey, they're going to be nice, man. They going to be nice. I'm telling us. But the key, they got to get him the players. They have to get him the players. In order for this to work, they have to get him the players. Junior, appreciate that super chat. He said, we had bad defensive players. Michael covered a lot. He did. Quinn saw the writing on the wall. That's why he hightailed it out of here. Yep. And they never would give Quinn. And I'll say, man, Quinn, if they would have gave Quinn some players, I think Quinn would have helped us win more. I think he would have helped us win more. Michael Smooth in this thing. What up, Michael Smooth? You said, what's my cash app? Hold on a second. I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me run over here. But again, I'm telling this, man, I don't have the same feeling I had, man, when Matt Eberflus was here. I knew Matt Eberflus. I'm telling you, man, I knew Matt Eberflus was going to be a problem for the Cowboys. I knew Matt Eberflus was going to be a problem. I knew it. It was just too much of the bend, don't break talk. And this is not the kind of defense we are running this is not the kind of defense that we are going to run now. We are not going to run a bend, don't break defense. We are actually going to run a defense that is built to win. And that's what we need, a defense built to win, not a defense that's built not to lose, and a defense that's built to say, don't give up any points. We don't need that back in Dallas again. No, we need an aggressive defense. And, man, I'm going to tell you something. Ice Cold Cowboy said something earlier. Man, for all the people who were saying that Jerry and this black this and black that, shoot, man, Jerry is, at this point, and I don't think it's anything about black or white, but at this point, if I'm not mistaken, the majority of the coaching staff of the Cowboys is black, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. But the majority of the coaching staff is black, and I don't think that's by design. I really don't think that's by design. I just think this is they're just getting the best coaches that they can. That's kind of what I see. That's what I see. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But I don't think it's a black thing at all. I don't. And again, I'm so glad that they're just, man, the Cowboys are just saying, man, hey, the Cowboys are just simply saying, we just want to win. We just want to win. And that's actually the attitude that you should have. All right, hold on a second before I get up out of here. But yeah, I just think the Cowboys want to win. So, man, I'm good with it. I'm good with what they're doing right now. I think this team is going to be absolutely incredible. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. I think they are putting together an incredible staff. And this year, they got the defense. Thank God they got the defense this year, because last year, all right, Michael Smooth. Okay, I think that's my Cash App right there, Michael Smooth. Appreciate you. Whatever you seeing, you don't have to, but whatever you seeing is much appreciated, Michael Smooth. But I'm telling this, man, the Cowboys, I think they're doing the same thing they did on offense. I think they're doing it on defense this year. And I think we're going to be well pleased. Man. So much to talk about. So much to talk about, man. It is amazing. We're getting closer to Super Bowl, and, man, we're getting more Cowboys. Man, we getting more Cowboys content now than we ever have. Reggie, come on, man. Stop. Reggie, man, come. No, I don't think that's what he's doing, man. Let me tell y'all something. Don't y'all worry about this whole black coach thing. It's coming. I don't think this is a race thing, but it's coming. It's coming. We're seeing a lot of coaches, not just black, but white too. This league, I don't think it's about getting black or white. I think this league is getting younger. And you're going to start seeing some of these young black coaches as well as you're seeing some of these young white coaches. So I think it's all going to work itself out. But I'm telling you right now, man, I'm excited about the Cowboys and everything that they're doing. I don't want to rush anything and say I can't wait until the season start. But I'll tell you this, I am looking forward. I am so looking forward to this next season for the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm looking forward to y'all being here with me as we talk Cowboys in 2026. Man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Until the next time, DC4L, God bless. Let's talk Cowboys where we talk facts. Peace.